when I study Tanakh or Talmud or even just dancing at a chagiga, it's all an active process, and it's really making the whole Jewish tradition relevant to me.
I really felt the connection. I felt that I'm a Jew, we're celebrating Israel's independence, Israel's my homeland. It was me being part of it. We were singing and dancing Hebrew songs. When we were singing Hatikva, it was very emotional. There were a lot of hot issues being discussed because there are just a lot of hot issues between the Palestinians and Israel. The main point that we got at was that there are issues and that it's worth it to ask the questions. Pretty much up until now, my idea of a soldier was somebody with a gun and somebody that has to physically protect. But we saw this whole new emotional side, because Yom Ha'atzmaut is about emotions. And it was very interesting to see people that actually carried guns, carrying clarinets and guitars and singing and dancing Israeli songs.
Coming to the museum and having all the sessions that we're having, I think that that's a really good idea because it brings us to more a level where we can understand what's going on. One of the survivors was showing us Torahs. Torah happened to be from one of the collections of Hitler. He was saving it for a museum when the Jews were supposed to be extinct. One of the survivors pointed out, there is no museum and we're not extinct.
Going to Poland with a group of my friends, what it added was the comfort of having a shoulder to cry on or a hand to hold. It also made me appreciate the fact that we are this big group of close people and we're all Jews and we're there together. We're Am Yisrael Chai in a very united way. You know, we're only 70 people, but that's how many Yaakov took down to Egypt.
There is a difference coming here after you've just been in Poland. You go from a place of so much death for the Jewish nation, and then you go here to a place of so much life.
I can't believe I'm here. There's so many people. I didn't imagine there would be this many people. It's packed. Everyone from around the world. It reminds me of when they used to come for the Shalosh Regalim. I'm so happy to be here.
Tikkun Olam, to me, is just reaching out and doing anything you can do as a Jew and as a human being and becoming a better person because of it.
I'm peeling carrots. It's not the greatest job. It's next to the garbage. Doesn't smell so great. They're back there with the fancy knives and such. I have a little peeler. We're cooking for the soup kitchen on the west side, and we're going to go and serve it later. It's nice when you give one of the people a plate of food or a dessert or whatever it is, and they say thank you.
They're all so proud of us and supportive. Wherever we're going to college, it's the best school. Whatever we're doing next year, it's the greatest, and we're all going to be so successful, and they're just so nice.
We love to see you every week.
I know you do, but not as much as I like you.
Aw, thanks, Sophie.
I'd like to welcome all the students from Ramaz for their Lag BaOmer outing and the Chesed project they are doing for Camp S.
We're in Camp Hask, which is a Jewish summer camp for kids with special needs.
We're here mostly for Color War. We're also here in an effort to clean up the camp to get ready for the summer.
Just to have that bonfire last night, everybody was there. There were sophomores with juniors and juniors with freshmen just sitting together and singing.
I am thankful to be here, and I'm also thankful to see all my friends together.
So many kids came, my peers, kids older than me, kids younger than me. I owe so much to the Yachad kids that came. We had so much fun with the projects.
Going into this, I only thought that I was going to be giving back to them, but they also gave back to me. I never knew that they could have such a love for music and God, and I was amazed by them.
And she has a rose bush by her grave because her favorite.
I didn't really expect the cemetery to be in this kind of condition. I didn't realize that the shrubbery would be completely covering the tombstones and everything like that. and we're just clearing everything out and hopefully making it a nicer place in respect to the dead people and for their families to come and visit them. And it's just an amazing thing to see all the Ramaz people coming together and doing such a great thing on a Sunday. To be here and to be working in the rain and to be getting dirty and to work hard to make this a nicer place.
I find myself staying late every day because there's always something that I want to do after school, whether it's a chesed project or an art project or the play or chorus or cheering on your friends at a sports game.
Here at Ramaz, we take our academics seriously, but of course we take our sports a little bit more serious. And as a team, we must work together to achieve our goals. And as you look around the gym, you see a lot of different banners of a lot of different championship teams.
It means a lot being captain because it's all about leadership. Not only is this a great basketball tool, but hopefully it's something I can take with me for the rest of life. And I want you at our games this year.
I would say for me that music is definitely the language that I speak best. And so it's something really special that God has given me the ability to let out my emotions, my feelings, whatever, my thoughts into music. I can speak to people and I can speak to them through my music.
The best part about being on track and running in general is just the freedom of moving. You're not shooting a basketball, you're not kicking a soccer ball, you're not throwing a football, you're just enjoying yourself for your body, you're running, and you're letting out the energy, and you're just enjoying being you. It's absolutely great to be able to run in the park, to take advantage of Central Park, which is dead in the center of Manhattan. It's a lot of fun. We get to go on track meets against other schools. We enjoy getting to take home a couple of trophies at the end of the year.
The way that the cast just comes together and becomes a family is one of the most amazing parts about the play.
When I'm on the stage, I feel that I can be free. I'm uninhibited, and that's just a very good feeling.
I personally feel so loved and touched in Ramaz that they care so much about the arts, which is something that I care so much about.
The studio art class is my favorite class, probably. It's a very liberating experience just walking into the classroom because there's so many ideas just jumping back and forth and just people doing what they like and putting it on the canvas or on the paper.
Art in Ramaz is something that is a dedication. There's nothing here that doesn't happen without dedication, but that's something that Ramaz students have. When we find something that we love, we will devote every spare second to it until we have taken from it what we feel that we need. And if we don't feel that we've taken enough, then we'll just keep going.
You're not just a kid when you're in Ramaz, you're an activist, and Ramaz is a breeding grounds for activism.
There was a huge rally in Midtown, thousands and thousands of people. And I was given the opportunity to stand on the podium and make a prayer for Eretz Yisrael.
Taking us out of our bubble of just New York City, just Manhattan, and showing us that Jews all over the world need us is really so amazing to me.
God is for us refuge and strength, a very accessible help in distress.
I think one of the major things that had a great impact on me was when Ramaz went to Washington rally to show that they're willing to stop school and go to Washington, which is a pretty long trip, and show support for Israel.
There were thousands upon thousands of people today, but I was really impressed with the turnout of kids from our school. I feel like everyone I know was at this parade, every person in my class. We're all politically aware, and we all support and love Israel. We just were all marching and singing and waving flags. We had these shirts, and people were wearing bandanas and coloring their hair blue.
We're joined this evening by the members of the Ramaz Chamber Choir. Ramaz is a modern Orthodox Jewish day school in Manhattan.
I love Ramaz, and I'm not ashamed to say it, and I think that the faculty is stellar, and they care so much about being there for you.
Well, one of my favorite subjects here is English, and actually the other day I was looking through all my old stuff because I save everything, and I looked at my essays from 9th grade, and then I looked at my essays from last year, and I really can't even tell you how my writing has just like whoosh,
Gemara is not a regular subject because it's based on principles which are given to us by God. It's a very analytical class, so whenever a teacher asks a question, it's never just there's one answer, especially in Gemara. There's so many ways of analyzing a daf of Gemara, and to actually gain more knowledge about halacha and about Judaism.
There's been times when I've felt like, how am I going to get all this done? This is way too much work. What am I going to do? And then it all works out. Somehow everything comes together.
I was in a Judaism class, and what I really loved about that was that any questions I ever had about Judaism, anytime I said, I don't agree, I think this is completely wrong, I hate being told what to do and what I would have to say and what I can't say, and I just felt completely comfortable. I said, Rabbi, tell me an answer. I don't understand.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm a big science fan. You don't usually think about, stuff that's that simple, but it's applicable every day. You drive to school, you're accelerating, you're walking, you're accelerating.
Ever since 5th grade, math, I've been petrified. Fractions, decimals, I just don't understand. Last year I had an amazing math teacher. I got very confident, and it was like one of my weak spots, and I thought I was so cool because I figured it all out. I got into AP Math, and even though this year I'm really struggling, and I'm going to get through it.
I'm tired, but it's good tired. That's the thing about Ramaz. It's always good tired. See tomorrow.